My name's Lorna MacPherson and I work in the livestock team with SAC Consulting. This video is being produced as part of the Farming for a Better Climate initiative. This is one of 2 videos being produced where we'll be looking at the use of technology to improve the process of capturing data automatically on farm, and also how that data is best used to help drive efficiencies in beef production. We're here today at Glenkilrie Farm at the foot of Glen Shee in Perthshire, where we'll hear from Andrew Houstoun about how he makes use of technology to capture weight data and how he best uses that data to help make better informed breeding decisions to drive efficiencies in the suckler herd here.
Hello, and I'm Andrew Houstoun and welcome to Glenkilrie Farm. We farm here in Highland Perthshire. The farm is 2,500 acres. We carry 170 suckler cows, 1,100 breeding ewes and 70 red deer. So along with the farm, we also run a small farm shop called Glenkilrie Larder. We direct market our own venison, beef and lamb direct to the consumer. So the suckler herd comprises 170 Angus cross cows calving in the spring. These are all going back now to the Angus bull. The majority of our calves are sold to a local finisher privately, along with some being finished for our own farm shop. One of the aims of our herd going forward is to improve our cow efficiency and try and produce a suckler cow that's more suitable for our environment. We currently weigh our calves on a monthly basis. This is valuable information which allows us to analyse how well our cattle are performing, how well we're feeding them, allows us to make predictions going forward as to when the right time is to sell them. I was really keen to get involved in the project. We've been really good over the last few years at collecting data, but we're struggling to really get much more out of it. This was a great opportunity to try and analyse the data further and really see what savings and improvements we could make to both the herd and our efficiency on the farm. In order to streamline the process of data collection, we've invested in both a Shearwell handheld stock recorder to allow us to upload data onto their FarmWorks programme, as well as an Android tablet to capture data for AgriWeb. Both of these pieces of hardware connect to our TrueTest weighhead we're currently using on the farm, which allows data collection to be much more streamlined and straightforward at the crush. One of the other benefits of these pieces of hardware is the ability to capture data on farm. For example, they both give us the ability now to register calves on the farm without having to use paper and do it back at the office. This allows us to streamline the process of registering calves at a busy time of the year. The key things we would like to improve within the herd off the back of this project: firstly, improving our calf performance on farm during the winter. Although we're paying attention to this, we feel there is an opportunity to improve our gains and make better decisions on how we manage our calves. One of the most important things I feel we could get from this project is improving our cow efficiency on farm, allowing us to carry cows in either a much less input hungry manner or allow us to carry more stock on the same amount of input. I would like to see the mature size of our cows reduce and our cow efficiency increase. There's no doubt that the suckler herd is going to face some significant challenges going forward, and we need to do everything in our power to try and get our herd more efficient and more suitable for our environment. By looking at this data, it will allow us to make concise decisions on how we do this going forward, reducing our cow size and making our herd more efficient. There is no doubt that the software we're using nowadays has a huge potential to improve our on-farm efficiency. The data collection side of things is easy, but without good software to back it up, it's very hard to take it to the next step. Both AgriWeb and Shearwell data, which we've been using on the farm for the purpose of this project, have been very easy to use and allowed us to streamline data analysis between both myself and the college. Once electronic tags become a feature on our farm, there's no doubt this will improve a good bit yet.
There's been a lot of weight data captured here at Glenkilrie. We've got weaning weights of the calves, and we've also got the weights of the cows at weaning as well. And then we've also looked at the weights of the calves post-weaning. So they're weighed on a monthly basis, and that allows us to track the daily live weight gain of these calves, both in the pre-weaning and post-weaning period. So one of the key things that we've been looking at here is cow efficiency. And cow efficiency is a measure of what percentage of body weight a cow weans.
It's a key performance indicator, and the industry target is for a cow to wean a minimum 45% of her body weight.
The way that we calculate cow efficiency is that we take the weight of the calf at weaning and adjust it to a 200-day weight. We then divide that by the cow's weight and multiply by 100 to express it as a percentage. It's been really interesting looking at the cow weight data. There's a huge spread of weights within the herd. We know that bigger cows have a higher feed requirement. They have higher maintenance requirements, so they generally tend to be less efficient. So what have we seen in the results? Well, in terms of cow weights, our lightest cow was 550 kilos. Our heaviest cow was 958 kilos. That's a huge difference in terms of how much these heavy cows need to eat in order to maintain themselves. When it comes to looking at cow efficiency, generally we tended to find that the heavier cows weaned a lower percentage of their body weight, so they were less efficient. The herd average in terms of cow efficiency was about 42%, so a little bit below the 45% industry target. What was really interesting is that when we looked at the top 10 cows in the herd based on their percentage efficiency, and we compared that to the bottom 10, the most efficient cows were on average 223 kilos lighter, yet they weaned a calf that was on average 60 kilos heavier. We've also looked at the daily live weight gain pre-weaning and post-weaning. So pre-weaning, the average daily live weight gain was 1.24 kilos, and post-weaning, it actually took quite a dip. Post-weaning, from weaning to 2 months later, was 0.79 kilos a day. The value of weighing cattle regularly is that it can help identify periods in that animal's life where it's maybe not performing as well as it should be. Is that down to a post-weaning growth check, a change in nutrition such as silage quality, or just a change in management? Without data, it's very difficult to identify areas for improvement, and it also allows us to be able to measure the impact of a change. It's like we say, if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. The data that we've captured here on the farm is going to be really useful for Andrew to help make better informed breeding decisions for the herd. In particular, things like which heifers to select for breeding, but also thinking about the bulls as well. Are there particular bulls that are leaving lighter calves or heavier calves at weaning? And also when we look at the finishing enterprise, what bulls are leaving animals that are getting to slaughter weight quicker? All these things will help improve the efficiencies in the herd, but also reduce carbon footprint as well. So if we can get animals to slaughter quicker, or if we can reduce mature cow size, these animals are going to be using less feed resources, whether that's home-produced forage or purchased concentrates. This will help improve the profitability of the system, but at the same time help reduce the environmental impact.
For anyone that's thinking and getting involved in collecting more data on farm, I really would recommend it. It's incredible the potential we have nowadays, and the technology is out there and it's actually really easy to use. It's a fantastic thing to be able to sit in the office at night and look at how your animals are performing and allow you to make much more calculated decisions instead of just guessing.